They're super excited. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Riss, and today we are taking a trip to Hogwarts. Well, we're visiting the Warner Brothers Harry Potter studios, and I'm super excited to take you guys with me. The journey to the studios was super seamless. I hopped on the train to Watford, and as soon as I got out of the station, there were a bunch of shuttle buses to the studio. As soon as I hopped on board, I was greeted by the driver, and the entire bus was played an introductory video for what to expect for the tour, different things that we were going to see. And the trip was about maybe 15 minutes or so, 20 tops. It wasn't too long, to be very honest. It wasn't too far from the station. We're here. I am going to get my digital guide to have some assistance while I'm walking and doing the tour, and here's some info about the sets. So let's go pick it up. The famous cupboard from the first Harry Potter movie. So guys, I did a whole binge watch of the Harry Potter movies before my trip to London. Comment below which one is your favorite. I'm curious.
Lots to do, really. My favourite Harry Potter prop has got to be the Deluminator that Dumbledore leaves Ron. I just think it's awesome. Like the effect that they have when the little ball of light comes out the top, I just think that's wicked. It looks amazing on screen.
My favourite animal is the big spider.
My favourite creature in the Harry Potter films would be the basilisk. I'm a big fan of snakes, and a giant one scares me.
My mum made me this sweater in the style of the Weasleys making Harry his first Christmas present, and it took a really long time to make.
I think everyone has to love the House of Gryffindor, really. That's where Harry is first.
Thank you very much, Portraits. Hello everyone, my name is Ramesa, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, the making of Harry Potter. Now who's excited for their tour today? Awesome. Just speak to a member of staff in blue who will be on hand to help you with whatever concern or issue you may have, including and not limited to finding the toilets or the cafe, having conversations about Harry Potter, or just talking about anything. Now, here's a few of our interactors to give you some tips and tricks for the tour, including some familiar faces.
On behalf of the entire team, we'd like to welcome you to the visit.
So guys, there's a couple of school tours going on simultaneously. I'm kind of giving them some time to walk through a little bit, so there's a little bit more space. It's been kind of cramped and very loud. Of course, the kids are super excited, but yeah, I'm just giving them some space to walk through. So far, everything has been really cool. We've had a couple of introductory videos for the tour. They sat us down in the cinema to give a little recap of all of the Harry Potter films and J.K. Rowling's inspiration and vision for everything. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of sets and different costumes, so let's go. Here are some of the costumes and props from the Yule Ball of the Harry Potter Goblet of Fire movie. Guys, I don't know, seeing this in person was actually really cool. I feel like sometimes we watch these films and we don't always have a sudden appreciation for the props and the settings and the costumes. We're just very into the actors and the plot, everything going on. So seeing these things in person and just noticing the fine details of these things, wondering how long it took designers to make these different things, the sets, the costumes. It was actually a really great experience. Here is the boys' dormitory room. So guys, another thing that I really loved
It's always great to have a physical tour guide. That's really fun as well too, but it's also nice to be able to take this tour at your own pace. It's noted to be approximately, if you really walk it through in detail, 3 hours. And as I'm doing that, I have a digital audio guide letting me know all the facts about how the set was made, who made them, the amount of time it took to make it, different details, you know, unknown to the public firsthand unless you're actually walking through this tour. I can only imagine the amount of caution the actors and set workers had to have to preserve the sets and props. And I'm sure there were duplicates of many things. Just even looking at the potion room, I'm like, knowing how clumsy I am, 5 bottles would already be broken. Crazy. But yeah, I'm sure they had a system to maintain the props. Another thing I really loved about this tour as well too, they found many ways to make it interactive for guests. So it wasn't just simply facts and history spitters. You had moments where you could take different pictures. You can command the broom as you saw me before. You can shoot video scenes, which was really cool.
Platform 9 3/4, Hogwarts Express. Very cool. The butterbeer. Looking interesting. I did have a little finger dab of whatever's on the top. It was a little sweet. I'm gonna try it now. See if I like it. Cheers. It totally tastes like cream soda. It's totally good. It's totally fine. Cheers. I'm gonna go, guys. I've actually been in search for a bathroom because I feel like I've been walking around for like an hour and a half. Haven't found one just yet. The famous flying nail scene. You should have just gave Harry his nail the first time. You really should have just gave it to him the first time. Could have avoided this.
Some homework. Nice homework, don't worry. You get to go back and watch the films, the first one where Gringotts is, and the last one when they go back into Gringotts and destroy it, essentially. But I defy you to see one goblin holding a quill in their finger and thumb. In fact, the very first time when Harry and Hagrid go in, you see lovely Warwick as the head goblin. He's not speaking to them at first when they approach the desk. He's actually writing in a ledger. And actually, I'm so grateful to that lovely man, because although the words were in the script, what he did with them and how he chose to interpret them was all Warwick. So you will notice these fingers here, they're really long. So if these were Warwick's, they're not, but were they Warwick's, his hands would actually only come to here. So there's like extra long fingers. And lovely Warwick, to make a point of showing off the makeup department's incredible talent and the arts department, their incredible talent, he went like this with his hands to show off the fingers and show off the hands and say, "Does Mr. Potter have his key?" So that was not in the script for him to do that. The words were, but not how he interpreted them. That was all him. And I love that, because that was a nod to all the hard work that was put in, because one pair of goblin hands takes a week to make.
Wow.
One. And they have to constantly remake them because our skin breathes, it's alive, we sweat, we get hot, we get cold. Silicone is not designed for that, and it starts to deteriorate very rapidly. So after about 3-4 days of wear, their mask has to be completely remade again. Do you remember I said once they've done the cast and the plastoline, they've only got to do that once. So it's a little less hard work after the initial casts have been made, but it's like a one of those walking machines that you see in the gym. It's like a rope that goes all the way through.
Just like that, guys, we are out. It was such a fun experience. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time.